It's Mornings Unfiltered with Casey and Calhoun. Buttering your bread, dishing the tea, spilling the beans, and making heads or tails out of today's cock and bull stories. So good it'll have the preacher's wife cussing and the whole Ozarks buzzing.
Good morning, Ozarks. Grab your coffee, grab your biscuits, and buckle up, because today's show is hotter than a skillet left on high. We've got a story that's got CoxHealth sweating like a sinner in the front pew.
That's right. Every now and then a case comes along that makes you stop, blink twice, and say, now hold on, what exactly were they trying to pull here? And today, we've got one of those.
The article we saw is titled Inside the Courtroom Twist That Backfired. So a courtroom ambush that didn't land, a dismissal that didn't stick the way the defense hoped, and a twist, a refund, that hit harder than a mule kick.
Okay, everyone, settle in. We're about to read you the article that's got the whole county buzzing. This is the one they don't want you talking about.
Inside the Courtroom Twist That Backfired by Shiloh Winters. When the doors of the Taney County courtroom opened Tuesday morning, CoxHealth's defense team walked in with the confidence of a group that believed the game was already won. They had filed a last-minute emergency motion accusing the self-represented plaintiff of submitting fraudulent expert affidavits, a procedural kill shot in Missouri medical malpractice cases. The timing was no accident. The motion dropped on the Friday afternoon before a holiday weekend, less than 72 hours before the hearing. No meaningful time to respond, no opportunity to investigate, no chance to prepare, a classic ambush. But what happened inside that courtroom, and what happened after, has now raised more questions about the defense's strategy than about the plaintiff's conduct.
A hearing built on shock value. The defense opened with fire, accusations of fraud, demands for dismissal with prejudice, and calls for sanctions. They framed the plaintiff as reckless, deceptive, and unfit to litigate. But the plaintiff came armed with something the defense didn't expect: receipts, contracts, emails, screenshots, and proof of payment to the company that provided the affidavits. She explained calmly and plainly that she had been unable to obtain complete medical records for months. Facing a statutory deadline, she hired what she believed was a legitimate expert matching service. A company recommended by a former attorney online. She paid them $1,400. They sent her affidavits. She filed them. There was no scheme, no intent to deceive. Just a pro se litigant trying to meet a deadline the system refused to help her meet.
The judge's decision, and the moment everything shifted. After reviewing the arguments, the judge dismissed the malpractice and wrongful death counts for lack of a valid affidavit. Expected, then he dismissed the remaining 9 counts, the whole case dismissed without prejudice. Not the permanent dismissal the defense demanded, not the sanctions they begged for. When the plaintiff said she intended to appeal, the judge looked at her with unmistakable sincerity and said, "Ma'am, I hope you do." As he left the bench, the defense attorney, visibly rattled, called out, "Your Honor, did you mean with prejudice?" The judge didn't even turn around. "Without, counselor, without." And just like that, the defense's victory evaporated.
The twist that blew up the fraud narrative. An hour after the plaintiff returned home, her phone buzzed. A Cash App alert. She opened it and froze. A $1,400 deposit. A full refund from the same company that issued the disputed affidavits. The note read, "Sorry, had to." No explanation, no denial. Just a panicked refund sent immediately after the hearing. If the plaintiff had been part of a fraud, why would the vendor refund the money? Why would they acknowledge the transaction? Why would they do it after the court confrontation? The answer is obvious. Because she was the victim, not the perpetrator. And the defense's entire narrative collapsed in real time.
A strategy that now looks like a setup. The timing of the motion, the holiday weekend, the missing medical records, the unruled extension request, the sudden refund, the judge's refusal to dismiss with prejudice. Individually, they raise eyebrows. Together, they paint a picture A picture of a defense team that expected a clean kill and didn't get it. A picture of a plaintiff who was underestimated and proved it. A picture of a case CoxHealth wanted buried and instead may have just resurrected.
What happens next? The plaintiff can refile. She can appeal. She now has evidence that supports her good faith reliance on a vendor, and she has a judge who all but encouraged her to keep going. Meanwhile, CoxHealth's defense team is left with a problem. They fired their biggest shot. They timed it perfectly. They expected the door to slam shut. Instead, the judge held it open. And the vendor they blamed the plaintiff for trusting just handed her the most powerful piece of evidence she could have asked for. This story isn't over. It's just beginning.
Whew. All right. If you're driving to work right now, go ahead and pull over because that article just lit this whole county on fire. I mean, CoxHealth has got to be sitting somewhere in a conference room right now asking, who left the back door open?
I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like the defense walked into court with a match, poured gasoline all over the floor, struck it, and then realized they were standing in the puddle. They wanted a knockout punch, and instead they got a technical foul.
Exactly. They strutted in there, thinking they had the perfect setup. Drop a fraud accusation on a holiday weekend, catch the plaintiff off guard, get everything tossed with prejudice, and ride off into the sunset. But the judge, without, counselor, without. That's going to echo in that attorney's head for the rest of the year. You could hear the disappointment. You could feel the air leave the defense table.
This is the part that gets me. The plaintiff gets home, kicks her shoes off, probably still replaying the hearing in her head, and ding, Cash App. $1,400, full refund, from the same company the defense swore she was conspiring with a note that says, "Sorry, had to." I mean, come on. That's not a note. That's a confession written in panic sweat.
Okay, so to me, CoxHealth wanted this case buried. They wanted it dead, sealed, and forgotten. But now it looks like the only thing they buried was their own narrative. And let's be real. If they thought this plaintiff was going to walk away quietly, they misread the room. She said she's appealing. The judge encouraged her to appeal. And now she's got a refund that blows the fraud claim to pieces.
Well, and here's the best part that I heard from a secretary at the defense attorney's office. The plaintiff took a screenshot of the deposit on Cash App and emailed it to the defense attorney with a note that said, "Wow, this is odd. Very odd. It's been a pleasure." Oh my gizzards, wow.
Holy carp, no shih tzu. Folks, this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. And if CoxHealth thought they were done with this woman, they're about to find out she's just getting warmed up.
Stay tuned. This is Mornings Unfiltered, and we're just getting started.
Walk in the ward, dollar signs on your skin. Age, history, insurance, that's how they begin. If your body's worth more than the plan will pay, you become a ghost for the harvest. Yeah, that's the play. Great coverage, they'll script you a lie. False diagnosis, med stack high, drop you, mistreat you, silence your breath. Don't talk too loud or you'll never leave death. Homeless, done, addict done, vest with good insurance. They target everyone, guardianship papers, control of your fate. Taney County numbers on CaseNet, look and see they all relate. Systemic cover up, scroll down from the top. Speak up, your silence, they'll make you stop. But hear me now, hear me clear. Silence is the killer, we got nothing to fear. Wake up, people, the truth's inside. Profits over patience, they scrub records for a court fight. Murder my love, now they fear my pose. I'm not the only one spitting truth, they harvest gold. Sign of walks got 2 R's not in it. They exaggerate fake accolades, but the numbers don't lie. My friend, yeah. They'll script you a lie, stack meds to the sky, drop you, mistreat you till your last breath dry. Guardianship chains, fade in their hands, CaseNet codes, Taney County, all part of their plans. Homeless addicts, vets with good plans, they target us all, it's part of the scam. People, the truth's in sight. Profits over patience, they scrub records for a court fight. Murder my love, now they fear my pose. I'm not the only one spitting truth, they harvest gold. Son of Walks got 2 R's, not in it. They exaggerate fake accolades, but the numbers don't lie, my friend. The numbers don't lie, my friend. Silence is what's killing us. We got nothing to fear. Save a life, speak your truth, let's make them hear. Strength in numbers, strength in voices, join the fight. Time to serve them up, they could be the courses tonight. Yeah. Harvesting goals, yeah, that's their game, but we're gonna